Tour. Join us when we broadcast live from BMint High School from 9 till 10 in the morning on Wednesday, January 21st, interviewing the BMint High School principal, athletic director, student council president, and one of the club's student presidents. Join us for the WHOW High School Road Tour stop at BMint High School Wednesday, January 21st from 9 till 10 a.m. to find out all the happenings at BMint High School. Brought to you by these sponsors: SimTech Filtration in Monticello, and BMint, a manufacturing industry leader in petroleum filtration, American-made since 1956. And EdgeGuard and BMint, offering high-quality dust barrier systems that are assembled quickly and without any tools.
From the Hart Media Group newsroom and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this expanded morning newscast. Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. DeWitt County and Enel Clean Energy have had their differences in the past, and DeWitt County is looking for more ways to hold them accountable. At Monday night's DeWitt County Land Use Committee meeting, Committee Chair Buck Carter brought up wind farm ordinances, looking to reinforce ordinances that require regular reports from wind farms within the county. Joe Whitty pointed out that it could come in the summer from Enel.
The other thing I put on to address was a little bit about the wind farm requirements and reports and results. And something that not only me, I think a lot of people are aggravated with. They met a year ago with us, tried to bring us up to date. We've not had any reporting from them since. I think in the ordinance they are required to give us an annual report. So I think we should notify them that we expect to hear from them what's going on with the reporting.
So I think their anniversary, if I'm not mistaken, I would say it's like May or June, and I think we did get an annual report this past anniversary. So
yeah, I
don't think they're due for that again until this coming summer. There wasn't much in there.
Yeah, obviously. But if we could touch base with them, let them know we're still watching them. We're not satisfied with their operation. And we don't think they're living up to the agreement that they had with us.
The county asked Enel last year for an ADLS system that would only turn the flashing lights atop wind turbines on while aircraft are within the wind farm's airspace. Enel reported that they would work on this, but have failed to provide updates on that progress.
The ADLS system, they told us when they had some minor errors and they were looking for the technician to work on it. Well, obviously they're not working on it because it's shut off. They're not even trying to make it work. And I think we need to touch base with them again and let them know that we still expect that ADLS system to work, and they should be, pursuing the effort to repair it.
They should check with Piatt County because it looks like their ADLS is working.
So,
Zoning Administrator Elizabeth Weichel indicated that she has reached out to Enel multiple times in recent months with no response. She added that she would reach out once again in an attempt to communicate the county's frustrations.
I have an email into them already because I sent them an email, I think it was about September, October, and they were supposed to be getting me some more information, and I didn't hear from them, so I sent them another one in December, and then I haven't heard a response because they actually owe us an updated decommissioning as well.
Right, that was my other question I had here, is that the decommissioning and I think there's an insurance coverage update.
Yeah, I think there is.
That was at the 3-year period. I think they're at the 3-year period.
Yeah.
I've got a question. Did they curtail on the 28th?
That is also part of my email. I don't have curtailment for that yet. December, I sent them an email that said, I need all your curtailments that you're missing, and I need your decommissioning, and then I got to send them a new one for
yeah.
The ALDS.
Well, they obviously feel different about it than we do, so we need to stay on them.
Weichel was very busy during her first year as the county's zoning administrator, and we will have more on the work she completed during the first year this weekend from the Heart Media Group. A DeWitt County nonprofit is beginning its latest survey of the community to help guide its decisions and funding for the next 3 years. Sharon Mills with the DeWitt County 708 Mental Health Board indicates that the every 3-year assessment process begins soon, and they are asking for everyone in the community to weigh in.
Well, the community survey is available online on Facebook at Heritage Behavioral Health Center's page, as well as the DeWitt County Mental Health Board's Facebook page. We'll be sharing that to other pages related to different communities in DeWitt County as well. So you'll be able to find it online, as well as each of our libraries in DeWitt County are working with us to have paper copies of the survey available, since everyone isn't online. People can make it to their local library, they can take a survey there and leave it there. Any resident of DeWitt County. We're doing the survey until the end of January. It's an anonymous survey. It shouldn't take more than about 10 minutes to complete, and it is available in English and Spanish. We'd like any resident in DeWitt County, either with or without that lived experience, to participate. But even if someone doesn't have that experience themselves, it's very likely they know someone, whether a family member or a friend, that may have a mental health issue. Perhaps they have a substance use challenge or an intellectual or developmental disability.
One of the accomplishments from the survey that happens every 3 years is the DeWitt County ROSC program. Mills indicates the survey also helps the 708 board in its strategic planning efforts.
Well, one of the big things that happened at the end of the last assessment cycle was our substance abuse coalition disbanding in DeWitt County. Since that time, the DeWitt County ROSC, or Recovery Oriented System of Care, has developed and grown to fill that void and is really doing an amazing job of gathering community members, whether they have a lived experience or not, social service providers who want to work together to support people in terms of making connections to treatment or being involved in prevention type activities or developing.
Mills directs anyone interested in filling out the survey to find them on Facebook. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Here's Matt Hart, owner of the Hart Media Group in Clinton.
It's been great. You and Ben and the entire team are doing a great job. And we're just continuing on serving the local community, right? This is what this is all about. We're here to serve our local community. We're here to tell the local stories. We're here to cover the news. So nothing in that regard is changing. Our goal is connecting people. And that's our tagline at Hart Media Group. It's connecting people.
Hart purchased the Miller Media Group in August of 2025 and looks forward to serving the community for years to come.
Central Illinois News, Agriculture, and Sports Station, WHOW, on all of its platforms, AM, FM, and streamed online, are bringing all the great things happening at our local high schools to the radio in January. We're hitting the road for the WHOW High School Road Tour. Join us when we broadcast live from Warrensburg-Latham High School from 9 till 10 in the morning on Friday, January 16th, interviewing the Warrensburg-Latham High School principal, athletic director, student council president, and one of the club student presidents. Join us for the WHOW High School Road Tour stop at Warrensburg-Latham High School on Friday, January 16th from 9 till 10 a.m. to find out all the events going on at their high school.
Brought to you by this sponsor, Performance Welding LLC in Warrensburg, Maroa, and surrounding areas. Visit pwllc.com for more info.
If the flu's got you down, the Warner Hospital and Health Services Walk-In Clinic can help you feel better fast. CEO Paul Skowron inviting you to make us your backup plan to better health. Find out more by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
From the Hart Media Group Sports Desk, IL Sports Wire, and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local sports report. In a game heard on WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com, Nolan Benny-Kemper hit a go-ahead jumper with under a minute left, and Monticello rallied from a 9-point second-half deficit to beat Mattoon 67-66 in non-conference high school boys basketball action on Tuesday night at the Seaver Center in Monticello. The Sages and Green Wave played back and forth almost the entire game with 18 lead changes and 7 ties. The Green Wave used a 10-0 run to open up a 55-46 lead at the end of the third quarter, but the Sages would slowly chip away at the lead. Matthias Rudolph hit a pair of free throws to make the score 66-65, and then Benny Kemper hit an open jumper at the elbow to give the Sages their first lead since the third quarter. Mattoon shot 15 for 35 from 3. The Sages finished 8 of 18 from distance and shot 50% from the floor. They controlled the glass with a 35-25 edge. Rudolph had a double-double with 21 points and 10 rebounds. Aiden McCool finished with 17 points, and Gus Reppert added 13 points, with 9 coming in the first quarter. Max Wetzel hit 6 threes to finish with 18 points to lead Mattoon. Lincoln Hayes scored 17 points, and Chandler Rice chipped in with 14 points. The Green Wave dropped to 10-8 overall. Monticello improves to 10-3. The Sages open Illini Prairie Conference action on Thursday at Rantoul. Hear the action starting at 7 p.m. on 95.9 FM WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com. Both teams went scoreless in the second quarter, and the Monticello Lady Sages defeated the St. Thomas More Lady Sabres by a final score of 54-23 in non-conference high school girls basketball action on Tuesday night in Champaign. The score was 23-9 after the first quarter, and that's where it would stay entering halftime, as neither team managed a bucket in the second quarter. After halftime, the Lady Sages regrouped and outscored the Lady Sabres 31-14 in the second half. Monticello was led by Kiara Grace, who scored 14 points. Lexi Leatherwood and Anaya Shepard had 10 points each, while Emma Arnold added 19 rebounds. With the win, Monticello improves to 10-8, while St. Thomas More falls to 3-13. The Lady Sages will begin Illini Prairie Conference play when they take on Rantoul on Friday in Monticello. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Argenta Oreana took the lead in the first quarter and never looked back as they defeated the Arthur-Lovington-Atwood-Hammond Knights by a final score of 68-56 in Little Okaw Valley Conference boys basketball action on Tuesday in Argenta. The Bombers led 19-12 after the first quarter and held on to the lead the rest of the way, building the 12-point win over the following 3 quarters. Isaiah Parks led all scorers with 22 points for Argenta Oreana. Jackson Finch and Carter Logue added 19 points each. ALAH was led by Will Hilligas with 11 points. Marcus Otto and Cooper Schumacher had 10 apiece. The Knights fall to 2-14 and 0-2 in the LOVC. With the win, the Bombers improved to 6-10 and 2-1 in conference play. They continue LOVC action tonight when they play host to the Tri-County Titans. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Cabron Lee continued his hot streak and helped the Maroa-Forsyth Trojans defeat the St. Teresa Bulldogs by a final score of 66-46 in non-conference high school boys basketball action on Tuesday night in Decatur. The Trojans got ahead early, gaining a 16-9 lead after the first and a 32-20 lead at the half. They continue to push the margin of their victory to 20 points through the second half. Cabron Lee led all scorers with 29 points from Maroa-Forsyth. Kobe Lane added 17 points, including 9 points from distance. With the win, Maroa-Forsyth improves to 10-4, while St. T falls to 6-8. Maroa-Forsyth boys and girls will travel to Monticello on Saturday to take on the Sages. The girls tip off at 3 p.m. and the boys at 4:15 p.m. You can hear all the action in a WEZC doubleheader on 95.9 FM and online at DeWittDailyNews.com. Jaquan Johnson scored 35 points, and Montana Wheeler added 8 points in overtime as Bradley knocked off Evansville 94-90 on Tuesday. Johnson added 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals for the Braves, who go to 13-6 and 6-2 in the Missouri Valley Conference. Wheeler shot 6 of 9 from the field and 4 of 4 from the line to add 17 points. Ahmet Janovic had 15 points and shot 6 of 8 from the field and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Leaf Moeller led the Purple Aces in scoring, finishing with 26 points, 6 assists, and 2 steals. They fall to 5-14 and 1-7 in the Missouri Valley Conference. Bryce Quinet added 20 points for Evansville. A.J. Casey finished with 13 points and 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Bradley entered halftime down 36-29. Johnson paced the team in scoring in the first half with 11 points. Johnson scored 20 in second half points as Bradley and Evansville ended regulation tied at 79. Wheeler shot 2 of 2 from the field and 4 of 4 from the free throw line on the way to their 8 points in overtime. Kevin Durant had 28 points, and Alperen Sengun added 23 with 11 assists to lead the Houston Rockets to a 119-113 win over the Chicago Bulls on Tuesday night. There were 35 lead changes in the game, with neither team able to build a cushion until the Rockets did in the final minutes. Houston trailed by 1 with about 3.5 minutes to go before going on a 7-2 run to make it 110-106. Durant got things going in that stretch with a dunk, and Jabari Smith Jr. added a three-pointer. A layup by Trey Jones cut the lead to 2, but Smith made a jumper before knocking down a 3 from the top of the key to extend the lead to 115-108 with about 90 seconds remaining. Kevin Huerter made a layup for Chicago after that, but a booming dunk by Durant left Houston up 117-110 with less than a minute to play. Amen Thompson added 23 points for the Rockets, and Smith scored 10 of his 18 points in the fourth quarter to help Houston snap a 3-game skid. Jones had a career-high 34 points for the Bulls, who lost their 4th time in 5 games. The Rockets led by 6 with about 8 minutes left before the Bulls scored the next 7 points with 3-pointers by Isaac Okoro and Ayo Dosunmu to take a 99-98 lead midway through the 4th. Houston was just 4 of 20 on 3-point attempts when Thompson hit 1 to put the Rockets back on top, but Matis Buzelis made 1 for the Bulls seconds later to give them a 102-101 lead. Thompson made 2 free throws after that before a bad pass by Durant led to a basket by Buzelis that left Chicago up 104-103 with 3.5 minutes left. The Bulls will host Utah on Wednesday night. The Rockets host the Thunder on Thursday night. Joel Hofer made 33 saves as the St. Louis Blues snapped a 3-game losing streak by shutting out the Carolina Hurricanes 3-0 on Tuesday night. Nick Buscat